All right, guys. So we got to talk about the Nintendo Direct recently. I got a notification on my phone. I didn't believe it at first, but as I looked at it, I was like, "Wait a minute!" And then I got more notifications from a group chat I'm in of people going crazy about certain games being released. And I picked out all the games that I was interested in from the Direct. I already watched it, but not everything intrigued me. But a lot of stuff actually did, and I'm really happy with a lot of these releases. And the first game I want to talk about is the Castlevania Dominus collection. That is a collection of the DS games, which I kept telling people over the last couple of years that was going to get released. Nobody believed me, and that day is finally here. So these are those three games emulated for modern platforms. So these are going to be on the Switch, of course, PS4, I believe Xbox as well, and probably Steam. Now, for those of you that are probably interested in these games, they did shadow drop them on us today, so they are available. At least I saw them on a PSN available, ready for release. Now, the first game I want to talk about in this collection is actually Portrait of Ruin. That is my favorite of this trilogy. That game is like, I don't know, that game has a lot of energy with it. You know, you can switch characters. I like how you go to the different, do the different paintings to different dimensions or different worlds and just kind of like just go through them. It's really a lot of fun, and the game has multiple endings as well. And the next one here is Dawn of Sorrow. The only thing I didn't like about this game was the art design. I wish they would have had a better, like more serious art design like Area of Sorrow had. But Dawn of Sorrow is a solid game. It's probably my least favorite in this trilogy, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game at all. It's actually quite fun, and the extra modes you can unlock in this game are really cool. Next up, we have Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. I think that's how you pronounce it. This one, for me, was a tough game to beat back in the day. It felt a bit different as you have to kind of like suck the souls and get your weapons like that and everything. But it is a cool Castlevania game, especially once you get used to it. I'm happy more people will get to play this game. I remember the night I actually went to go buy this. It was like a snowy night. The roads were icy, but I still went to go pick it up because I was excited to play it. And now I feel like I'm going to have another experience playing it again because it's been years since I played the original, so happy about this. I'm very happy about this next title that's on this collection, and that is Haunted Castle Revisited. This is the Haunted Castle arcade game, which is a Castlevania game, I guess, I don't know, in spirit only, because the game is really difficult, but it is a Castlevania game. But they actually revamped it and fixed a lot of issues that it had. They basically just remade it. So you get the original game on here as well, which I doubt a lot of people will be playing, except my buddy Jesse, which he owns the arcade game. But the revisited version looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and definitely looks playable over the original. So I'm excited about that. I did feel like there was a missed opportunity in this collection so far. From I wanted to actually get us Castlevania Rebirth, which was a Nintendo Wii exclusive. I thought they were going to actually possibly include that one as an extra, but I'm still happy with Haunted Castle. It looks like they might have got some of the same people who worked on Rebirth to work on Haunted Castle. It's just like looking at the animations and how the characters move it around. I feel like it's like the same people, but we'll find out more in the future. But definitely this collection is worth getting. It's out now for $25. I don't know if people are going to drop that money right away, but if they do, they got something exciting to play. Next up, we got the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. This was in the last Nintendo Direct, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because they finally gave us a release date, which was annoying that they were like delaying that. I was like, hurry the hell up. But it seems like the digital version is coming out in September, and the physical is coming out in November. Now the dates are the 12th of September for the digital version, and for the physical, the 22nd of November. I'm fine with them releasing digital first. You know, they could go ahead and do that. I could wait another month or two just to get the physical. I felt like they could have really helped us out if they gave us a date when they first announced this. That would have been pretty awesome. But better late than never. Just happy it's got a release date, and I will be picking this up in November. Next up, we got the Metal Slug Tactics. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm happy that Metal Slug is getting some love again. But of course, I wanted a more mainstream Metal Slug. Actually, I want Metal Slug 8. But I'll take this to kind of support that. Hopefully, that'll happen soon. And hopefully, this will get a physical. It looks good. You know, I like the sprite work that they have for it. So, you know, that's just something that keeps it on the level of originality to the other games. So, they didn't go like the 3D models and all that craziness. But if this game's a success, hopefully, we'll get Metal Slug 8 finally. And hopefully, we'll get it in a sprite-based format. I don't want any like 3D models or anything crazy like that, but we'll see. Then there's Shovel Knight, Shovel and Hope DX. I thought this was going to be a sequel, but this is more like an upgraded or definitive version of the original game from what I'm seeing here. The inclusion of co-op online play is pretty badass, so looking forward to that. But I beat the original game a while back and really enjoyed it, so I don't know if I will dip my toe into this immediately, but I'm happy to see the new features. Next game is Tales of Grace's F Remastered. Now, I have this on the PlayStation 4, and this was a fantastic game. This is definitely one of my top 5 favorite Tales games. This is the only Tales game I know that has like 3 arcs in it. So you think a story's going one way, it changes up. It's pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure this version of the game is just like for people who don't have the PS3 version. I don't see really too many reasons to get this over the PS3 version if you already have that one. Well, maybe it'll have those extra costumes and all that stuff. Well, I'm pretty sure it will 100%. But it'll definitely have the final arc, which I think was considered DLC at the time. But it was actually embedded on the PS3 version, so I always thought it was like a complete game like that. But now that I'm looking at it, the Wii version didn't have the final arc. I think the game started after the regular ending. But anyways, you get all that stuff included. Hell, I might double dip. I don't know. I have to look into this a little bit more and see if I want to play through it again, if the visuals are that stunning over the PS3 version. But yeah, if you haven't played this game yet, guys, I actually did a review on this game on my channel like when I first started. Wow, I forgot about that. I was actually hoping for a new Tales game this year, but I guess they're taking the time off to kind of make another one properly, so it's okay that we're getting some of these remasters. I would hope for Tales of Exilia. I want that remastered, like both games, like part 1 and 2 all in one game. That'd be a perfect remaster. That's my favorite Tales game. I know that's not gonna make a lot of people happy, but just that game just really pulls me in. But anyways, happy this game's getting a re-release. You guys let me know what you think about this one.
You're in trouble. You laugh together when you're happy.
So if we join forces and work together, we can accomplish anything. All right, guys, let's go home. Time for us to go.
And now we have Suicune 1 and 2 for the Switch and other systems as well. I've known about this game being made for a while now. I thought they were going to release it when Suicune Chronicles came out, 100 Heroes. They were going to match up with that. But for some reason, this took longer. Now, if you have the original versions of this game, these are slightly updated graphically, and they have some extra features. I'm definitely getting this myself. You know, I love the first 2 Suicune games. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of people get emotional about how people pronounce the name. But I will definitely be picking these up because I love this series. And I remember my friend actually got me into these games. Buddy Chad, if you're watching, man, shout out to you, man, for like putting me onto this series, because I would have ignored it, especially the way the cover of the first game, how it looked in America. But the first game turned out to be awesome. It's not a long game. It'll probably take you around 10 hours to beat. The second game is where you kind of will probably put like 40 hours plus into. And it has multiple endings, likable characters, just all around. It improves on everything the first game had to offer. The creator of the series recently passed away, and his last work he left us, I believe, was Suicune Chronicles 100 Heroes. But one of his first works is actually this series here, so it'll be nice to see a lot of people get into the series by buying these games. And now the game that woke me up to all this good news this morning. I was shocked as Capcom announced this, but the notification was for real. Capcom Fighting Collection Part 2. And yes, it has 8 beloved awesome games on it. The one that stuck out the most to me was SNK versus Capcom 2. I mean, seriously, Capcom versus SNK Part 2. 8 games, a fantastic lineup. I was actually talking about Power Stone Collection with a friend, how he wanted to collect the series, and now it's his time to do it. He doesn't have to go back and play the older versions. He can play this one, which is fantastic. We might even get a Power Stone 3, which I'm excited about. But a lot of updated versions of certain games on here. You see the Street Fighter Alpha 3. Capcom Fighting Evolution is probably the weakest on this bunch. I remember this was released as a budget title. Plasma Sword, which is a good game. I played the first one, but didn't really get to play the Plasma Sword too much. And then you can see all this extras they have for these games, which is fantastic. And then the important part is that they're going to be online. So this is really amazing, man. Like, I mean, seriously, like, this is like just a good time to be a gamer, because like a lot of these classics are coming back. A lot of the gamers will see like how these games were back in the day, complete games, not like adding on season passes and all that craziness. But that's the old school way of thinking nowadays, so it's all good. But I'm just excited for everything, guys, so hopefully you guys are too. This is coming out in 2025. I figured this will come out around the time, probably around winter next year at the latest, obviously. But I hope they bring it out earlier. I want this to come out in March 2025, but we'll see what happens with Capcom, you know. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. These are all the games I was excited about. It might not be much to you, but it's a lot to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Now get out of here!